Exclusive. www.modahiphop.com.
Y'all tuned in to modahiphop.com, where you find everything hip-hop is the #1 source. Online, we got my homie on the phone. Homie, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, homie.
That's Kna-Knook from California music. What's going on?
That's what's up. That was up. Got the homie Kna-Knook right here. And then go ahead and let the people know exactly what you do at Colli Park. What's your actual position over there, homie?
I'm the promotion and marketing director. I handle all the promotion and promotions, marketing over there at Colli Park through like Soulja Boy, Yin Yang Twins, the Yin Yang Twins, Hurricane Chris, Trilly, French Brick,
Now, you do the marketing promotion. You got a lot of people trying to make it in the game, trying to do this, trying to do that. What are some of your day-to-day activities you do as the guy that has to go out and promote these people, promote these records?
For starters, like when we start a project, first thing I do, I start off by try to put whatever we need to do out in the streets. Like reaching out either, to the clubs, go to the media outlets, let them know like what we got going on, so they could be, heads up on it, before, I don't want them like to catch on stuff late, like I told you earlier, about them. So just reach out, go out to the clubs, pass out some, give out some
www.modahiphop.com.
Now, have y'all ever had a record that, it's like you're getting mixed responses, you love the record, the company loves the record, y'all focus on breaking that record, but you're getting some DJs maybe that kick you back, like, I'm not feeling the record. Have you ever had that experience where you're trying to convince them to play the record because you're focused on breaking that record? And if so, like, how do you get around that? Because I know a lot of artists, they get focused on pushing the record. It's a great record sometimes. You just get certain people that just ain't feeling it, but they sticking to their guns and they want to break that record. What kind of advice, do you got made for the artists, and what's something that maybe y'all might do in that scenario?
I came into that situation with, I'm gonna say turn my swag on. I remember when we first put that record out, it was a couple of DJs who wasn't feeling it because like Soulja Boy, what he was doing on the record, he was like singing on the record. And that was something new. So like when some DJs heard it, they weren't used to that. So they were like, I don't know about this one. I got that feedback, Like, I don't know about this one. I don't think it doesn't work. But this is the thing. When we had sent them out in the streets, they said, as I said, not only you got to take them to the DJ, you got to take them out to the streets. When I started seeing the feedback from other DJs, these little college crowds, and they was going, just feeling the record. I'm like watching the reaction, and so it kind of like build up the record, and to the point like the DJs. I remember I had a couple of DJs with me who said they didn't like the record. We went to a club and saw the reaction from it. It was another DJ who liked the record, but it was a big party, and he seen the reaction. The DJ seen the reaction of it, and so he was like shocked of a record that he wasn't feeling. He was shocked. And he looked at the crowd and like, man, you serious? And I was like, hey, dog, it is what it is. Because the crowd speaks more for the record than, the crowd speaks more for the record.
So you definitely want to go to the crowd. Like, really, those are the main people that are going to make or break your record anyways.
Huh?
I said you definitely want to go straight to the crowd because that's the people that are going to really make or break your record at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to go to the crowd because if the crowd say if the crowd say they weren't feeling it and the DJs say they're not feeling it, it's kind of like you wasting time with a product just because if the label feels it. If the label say they like work it and then if the DJ, the crowd's not feeling it, what's the point? Because the only thing you're doing there, you blowing up a budget.
www.motorhiphop.com.
Now another thing, because I got artists, I know, a lot of artists, independent artists trying to get, they really don't know how long to push a record. Now, there's not really, I don't know, is there a time limit? Is there not a time limit?
Definitely not a time limit. It's because you gotta understand. Say like Nelly Country Grammar. Nelly worked that Country Grammar a year before that thing popped off. A whole year, it was like 11 months before that record popped off. So it's like then you got certain records like it can take like 2-3 months. Let me think. I mean, it's just certain records, you know what I'm saying, that can pop off, but it's not really a time limit, but you got to stay on that record, though. If you start the game like a little buzz on it, you stay on that record until it pops,
Yeah. I definitely believe that. Another thing, man, if you got if you had one piece of advice you could give to an artist that got it, that's independent, doesn't have really the kind of money, resources behind him, he's a great artist, he believes himself, he's hungry, he's willing to work, got one piece of advice trying to get into the game or trying to promote their record, like what would you tell them? Network.
If it's an artist that don't have no money like that, like to go spend on say like different record pools, or I just tell or go pay like this certain dude. I tell him to go network. I tell him to go out like the different like spots that like an open mic. Like if he's that good, he could go to open mic and kill open mic. So what that does, that leaves a word of mouth. A person might be in there and see that good performance he did, and then what that leaves, that person, he gonna go out and tell the next man about what he's seen at the open mic, and then and then what that does, like if he can, then he go to like a beat battle, like say like that following week, he go like 2 different clubs, say like that following week. That person who saw him at the open mic, that rock, he might see him at the beat battle later that week. Like, oh, that's that man that killed the stage at the